So I'm off the tractor for a minute and I'm upstairs getting ready to hook the chain up for everything, and there is a ladybug infestation going on, to which I cannot even explain. I mean, there are thousands up here flying around, and as I started to pull a few pieces of insulation back, apparently they hit here because we had a really big cold snap a couple weeks ago. But they are absolutely everywhere, guys. So I didn't turn the camera on for the majority of this clip with all of the ladybugs. It was insane how many were between the insulation and the plywood that was at the roof. I tried my best to not kill very many, but I'll be honest with you, those things pinch, and I didn't know that. I've been around ladybugs my entire life, but not that many, and they will bite you. So as this video continues and you see me without my shirt on, that's because I had so many ladybugs on me, I had to take my shirt off to keep them from getting in my shirt and pinching me. So let's get back to the video.
How many Nicholas men does it take to pull a roof off of a building? We're about to find out.
So what we did is we took a cable, wrapped it all the way across the roof of the house and back underneath. We're gonna pull it with a tractor after removing as many of the joists as we possibly could in the walls and in the floor and in the ceiling. So right now it's pretty rickety, there's not a whole lot holding it up. The goal is to pull the roof, make it flip upside down so that the shingles are facing the ground and the rafters are facing up, so that we can salvage as many of the 2x6s as possible. Let's go see how it works.
Move that house!
I got it in medium. Now let's move it a little quicker.
Look at the insulation falling. There wasn't nothing holding that up.
Oh my god! That was cool!
So the reason that I went so fast was because we had left the windows and the French doors in the bottom side of the house. I wanted the roof to clear that wall so that it wouldn't swing down, hit those windows, and knock glass all over the ground where we're going to be working. So that's why I went so fast, and as you can see, it worked out perfectly. The roof is upside down. All of the 2x6s we were able to salvage. My uncle was actually in the middle of building a shed. He took those with him, and now we just got to worry about getting the bottom floor down.
Back up quick, back up quick.
So as you can see, the downstairs is coming apart just fine. We were able to salvage all the 2x10s and most of the plywood that were attached to those 2x10s for the second story floor. My dad's gonna be using those for his shop. So again, we headed to tear this thing down, but we're getting plenty of use from all the remaining wood that still had some life left in it. So this part of the downstairs housed the staircase, and underneath the staircase was the hot water heater. So it was pretty fortified with a lot of lumber, and we had braced it incredibly well. On top of that, we went underneath the staircase and had reinforced it back several years ago as well. So what I decided to do was use the tractor to pull as much of the wood out from around the staircase as possible before trying to pull the entire wall and staircase together over to the other side. So as the time lapse progresses, we finally do get this wall down and we start getting the rest of the wood torn apart and burned, what we were not going to use, and the rest of it salvaged. The little black trailer that has the high sides, we were able to haul about 2,000 pounds of sheetrock and insulation to the dump. We've made multiple trips now over the last 2 months as we've been tearing the house down. So again, this house served its purpose for us. About 20 years ago, we built it. We lived in it for 9 years, and it was due to us that we're having to tear it down. If you're new to the channel, we didn't keep the maintenance up. We moved out and lived in a different county for about 10 years. And in Alabama, if you leave a house in the humidity for that long without central heat and air, it's only a matter of time before the rot sets in. Sadly, the rot took place in the front side of the house where the porch was and the roof attached, and it ruined the entire front wall. The amount of work that it would took to try to replace this and redo it would have been just more than what the building was worth. And we have kind of a new vision in mind for the BARNDO that we're wanting to build. So what's left? The house is now officially gone and backfilled. Dad's running the tractor right now. All we got left is to take this little bit of a bank out, and we're gonna try to save these azaleas on the other side. And that dirt we're gonna pile on the far end down here in case we've got to build our pad up a little bit higher than what we've got. You can kind of see these orange flags that I've got laid out. This is a little bit of the shape of the way the house is gonna be. My main concern is the fill point over here. So Alabama inspects usually your home sites. They come in and they probe the ground to make sure where you backfilled is good and all that good stuff. So we're still gonna have to do that. But we had a lot of rain after that last clip, and it didn't wash nearly as bad as I thought it would, considering we didn't pack this side over here. We do have a little bit of a wash right here, but we got literally 5 inches of rain. We are gonna have to build some retaining walls around that. As for the block that was on the foundation and the wiring and the plumbing and all that, we just pushed it over here as far to the side as we could to get it out of the way. And you can see a lot of the blocks still have the concrete attached to them, but that's on purpose because we don't have the time to knock all that off now. But eventually we'll reuse those blocks, whether it be for a shop build or whatever. It may end up being some backfill. You can see we saved all the plumbing on the far side of the tree over there, as well as all the wiring. We've got the breaker box in the shed that was from the inside of the house, and we're gonna reuse that as well. So again, we're trying to save as much from this house as we can. You can still see we got the roof from the front porch sitting right there. And that's all gonna be stuff that we will either turn into like a pier or a barn or a shed or something like that. So as I've been editing this video, Dad's been running the tractor. He has successfully removed the azaleas that we're trying to save. And now it's time to remove as much of this dirt as we can before the Alabama-Auburn football game. Roll Tide. For those of you that are new to the channel, if you enjoyed the content, be sure that you're subscribed and we will catch you guys in the next video.